welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today it's still some more like birthday edition vibes. We're going to be going through 21 things I've learned at 21. So I'm 22, so basically I've got 21 things that I've learned from the 21 years, complete years that I have existed. And you guys obviously know we always have a beverage, and today the beverage is black coffee. I'm trying to do better. Lipstick and cute today. But anyways, guys, let's just get right into it. What is my first lesson of the 21 things I have learned in the 21 years that I have been on this earth? The first thing that I have learned, I want to make sure that the mic is fine, is that you need to pray. You need to pray to God every single day, every single moment you remember. Just pray. Pray through the good times, pray through the bad times. Like you must keep God at the epicenter of everything that you do. Pray, just love God, and don't only go to Him in times when times are tough, but even when it's good, like pray to God. And the closer you get to Him, you also need to remember, like, the harder life tends to be, the more obstacles you face, and it's not Him, but think of it as like Satan. Think of it as literally Satan. He doesn't want you to get closer to God, so he's going to do everything in his power to basically move you away from God. And I always think of this with Job. So whenever I'm going through a really difficult time, I always think of Job and how he had everything and everything was taken away, but his faith still remained. Or even Abraham. So think of those people and just remember that it's important to just be faithful to God and uthandaze ungayeki, and just pray for your life, pray for your family, pray for izinto zakho. That's the first lesson. The second lesson that I have learned in my 21 years is that your mental health is important and you cannot neglect it. So even if you don't understand it, like, you really need to make sure that you understand it, because once that falls apart, then everything else falls apart. You have to be okay. So you have to make sure that you're not stressed, you're not experiencing symptoms of anxiety, you're not going into a depressive episode, you're not experiencing depression. When you are feeling mentally tired, mentally exhausted, you need to listen to your body, and you need to do what's going to replenish you. And you need to constantly take care and cultivate that area of yourself. You can't neglect it. You can't be the super entrepreneur without taking care of your mental health. You can't be the super student, because it will come back to bite you. Because once your mental health falls apart, then it's hard for you to perform in all the other spheres of your life. So you need to remember it's like at the center of everything that you do. And another thing that I've learned with regards to that is that I am not one thing. So in my first 2 years of university, I was always in Hlanganani, which is the 24-hour library. I was always at school 24/7 in the library, literally go down, eat, come back up to upper campus and work. And so that means that if academically things don't go grand, now you don't have anything else that's going to help keep you safe. So now, if you were a person who gyms or whatever, you're not gymming. Oh, sorry about my nails, a bit crusty. Sorry about that. But if you're a person who gyms, you're not gymming, you're not seeing your friends, you're not going out, whatever, everything falls apart because you made this one thing your be it and your end all. But you are, all those things, you need to compartmentalize them. You are a student, you are an entrepreneur, you are a YouTuber, you are an individual that can just exist, that is yourself, you are a friend, you are a daughter, and you need to, just because one thing falls apart, it doesn't mean that everything needs to fall apart. And you must make sure that you do that, and to maintain that, you must be able to compartmentalize and to not make one thing your be it and end all. So that is one thing. Second, lesson number 2 Lesson number 3 is I need to learn to love myself and to show myself the kindness that I so readily show the world and that I pour into the world. I need to pour all that love and kindness into myself. Like, that is something that I need to learn how to do more of. Like, I just need to pour more into myself. Like, I can't be an empty cup. I should always work at replenishing my cup. So that is lesson number 3 from me. 90. Lesson number 4 is I need to have boundaries, and I need to communicate those boundaries, and I need to learn how to say no more often, and know that no is a full sentence. No is a full sentence. So yeah, I need to have boundaries, communicate my boundaries, and understand that my boundaries are non-negotiables. So I mustn't make it seem as if my boundaries are like it's open gates. Like, it's a boundary, it's a boundary. Like, don't overstep it. And I also need to know the boundaries of the people that I love, and I also shouldn't overstep their boundaries. And understand and take a no as a no. It's a full sentence. Lesson number 5, know your worth and put a tax on it. Do not stay in spaces and with people that make you feel subpar, and this is in relationships and friendships. Don't stay. Like, and someone's failure to recognize your worth doesn't decrease your value. Like, they just aren't recognizing it. It's a them thing. It's not a you thing. So know your worth, put a tax on it, and don't exist in spaces that make you feel any less than what you're worth. Lesson number 6 is don't be afraid to leave situations because of the fear of being lonely. And that may come with having an inner child that may have been abandoned or neglected or anything like that. So just be aware of that. So you can go back to one of the year about healing your inner child, but don't be afraid to leave a situation because of the fear of being lonely, or thinking that it says something about you. Do not be desperate for friendships or even relationships. Understand that some people are in your life for a season and for a reason, and beyond that, you shouldn't make them overstay their welcome. Overstay their welcome. Like, don't do that. So, yeah, like, let them go. When it's time to let people go, let them go. Like, let them go. Lesson number 7. If someone tries you on social media, just be silent, guys. I know this is like, I've engaged with people, and sometimes it's just really not worth it. Just be quiet, let them be. Like, let them be. It'll sort itself out. Like, don't engage it. Not every dog that barks needs attention. Like, don't give everyone attention that comes at you on social media. Sometimes it really will drain you, and it's honestly not worth it. So, yeah. Lesson number 8 is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, whatever it is, forgive yourself. Okay? Please forgive yourself. And I have a video on that, on why you should forgive yourself, and just a video about forgiving yourself. So, you know better, and now you know better. Lesson learned. Forgive yourself. Lesson number 9 is you know who you are. No one can tell you who you are. They can have opinions about who you are, but the opinions aren't facts. You know yourself. So let people be. Like, people are always gonna have opinions, but those opinions you can't make them facts. Don't make them real. People are going to say whatever they want to say about you, and they can, and they will, and they will try and make you seem like a bad person or whatever the case is. Let them, because it's their opinion. It's what they think. But is it fact? No, it's not. Lesson number 10 is live in the moment and just appreciate the current moment. It's just learn to live in the moment, enjoy, have fun, like, let loose, enjoy the moment. Just learn to live. Learn to live in the moment, absorb the moment, because you will never have that moment again. So, learn to live. Lesson number 11, always remember that you are loved, you are appreciated, and you are worthy. That's just something that you always just When you forget it, remember that you are loved, you are appreciated, you are worthy. And maybe you need to focus your energy on those people. Lesson number 12. It's okay to take a break and reset. So, for example, you can take a leave of absence from school, which is a 6-month break, or you can take a gap year, full year away from school, take a break from work, take leave. It's okay. Like, it's okay to take time out for yourself, to find yourself, to do whatever you want to do in that time. A short leave of absence, I know at school at VCT, a short leave of absence is like 2 weeks. You can also extend it. Like, take whatever break you need to take for yourself. It's okay. And don't worry about things like record time and whatever. Finish in your own time. It's your own race, so run it at your own pace. Like, it's really important for you to not go on other people's time, but to go on your time and what is going to be good for you and what's going to produce the best results and the best version of you. So that's really important. And lesson number 13 is just start whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's starting a YouTube channel, starting a podcast, starting a company, want to go back to school, whatever it is, just start. So for example, with like a YouTube channel, you don't have to wait until you have a Canon D900 or Canon M100 vlogging camera, whatever the case is. Use your phone. Like, it's perfectly fine for you to use your phone. Like, I started with my iPhone 6 and now I'm using my XS, and you know, I will get there, you know, and I was able to get monetized with just the bare minimum of equipment. So definitely, guys, just start. Everything else will fall into place. Trust me. Like, just start. You'll thank yourself. Lesson number 14 is there is room for us all. So someone doing something very similar to you doesn't make them your enemy or you their enemy. There's space for everyone. There's honestly space for everyone. In anything, anywhere. There is space for all of us to flourish. Like, it will never be saturated. No matter how many people start YouTube channels, start it. You'll have your niche, you'll do your thing. Even if you want to do makeup, do makeup. You do makeup the way that you do makeup. Whatever it is you want to start, just start it. And when there's, like, even if it's businesses, if there's a million of you guys doing something similar, it's okay. It's fine. You guys aren't enemies at all. So always remember that. Lesson number 15 is be kind to yourself and to others. You don't know what someone is going through, so just be kind. Like, literally, just be a kind person. Be kind to other people. Lesson number 16, you are too good for someone to be unsure about you. Don't ignore red flags, and don't tolerate inconsistency. Don't do that. And also on compromise, I hope I didn't write this, no, I didn't write it. On compromise, don't compromise in something like, if you're going to compromise, right? But compromising means that if in another relationship or another friendship or in another setting, this situation would arise again, you would say yes, you do that thing, you'd compromise on that thing again. But if in a different situation with different people, different relationship, different friendship, that situation arises and you would be like, hell to the no, I'm not doing that, then sweetie, that's not a compromise. Lesson number 17 is communicate effectively. Listen to understand and not just to respond. And if you need time out to think, take time out and just think. You don't have to always respond on site. And communicate from a place of love. And you also just need to learn how to have very healthy disagreements with the people that you love, because you will have disagreements with them. What's important is that they are healthy, because once you say something, you can't take it back. So try to have healthy disagreements with the people that you love and just communicate effectively. Lesson number 18 is choose people who choose you. That's that, period. Choose people who choose you. Lesson number 19 is self-care is not just about the bubble baths and the face masks. It definitely does incorporate that, but it is not only that. But it's also about doing the inner work of self-improvement and just getting to know yourself and healing your inner child, your inner wounds, like doing that dirty, ugly work and facing your demons. That is also what self-care is. So it is the bath bombs and the bubble baths and everything like that, but it's also having those really tough and difficult conversations with yourself and doing the inner work and growing, and becoming one with yourself and coming back to yourself. All of that work, facing your demons. That is what self-care is. So it is all of those things. Lesson number 20, the way people choose to love you is not a reflection of who you are. Always remember that. It's about them. It's not a reflection of. And lesson number 21 is, let all these lessons be not only lessons to myself, but promises to my future self. May I never ever feel bad for the lessons that life has chosen to hand to me, and may they not be a reflection of who people assume that I might be, but they must be surety of who I am and who I am becoming on my journey. And take everything as it comes and know that these are important lessons and I'm going to be adding to them. Some of the stuff, in order for me to realize them, I went through a lot of tears, a lot of anger, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. But what doesn't kill you can only make you stronger. I appreciate those lessons and they will contribute to me being a better version of myself. So yeah, so that is it. 21 lessons that I learned at 21. So love you guys. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening or lovely day. I don't know when you guys are going to be watching this, but I love you, love you, love you. Bye, and please don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and please share, and please don't forget to watch the ads. Thank you so much. Yay!